Hi everyone, my name is Garrett Ogamber, and thank you all so much for subscribing to the channel. It means the world to me. I am currently doing this video very late, as always seems to happen, and it's pretty cold in here. Among other things, I actually scratched my eye in my sleep on my pillow, which hurts like hell, so if I appear to be a bit teary-eyed, it's not just the emotions. But, yeah, it's amazing that I have so many people like you that are dedicated to the channel. Sometimes I think I don't know how I'm gonna cope with things. We all have our ups and downs. But the thing I've been doing over the course of these many years is YouTube. It's been giving you all videos, giving my point of view on games, just enjoying playing games. That has been a constant in my life, and I don't plan on changing that anytime soon. This past week has been especially hard for me, and it has definitely taken its toll on me since my computer died, since I've been unable to retrieve my files as of yet. It's been a struggle to maintain that equilibrium, to keep myself in it, so to speak. But each time I look at the channel and there's nice comments and there's people constantly flooding in to see the stuff that I've made or the stuff that I've reviewed or whatnot, that definitely helps me a lot, and I can't thank you enough. I don't consider myself a very popular person. I don't consider myself a very lucky person. As I've constantly said, I've constantly belittled myself that I'm probably the unluckiest person you'll ever meet. I don't know how else to describe it. My eye really hurts. At least the hair is keeping the sun a little ways away. The sun has just come up, so I'm gonna be heading to bed after this video, but I think it's crazy how many people have subscribed, and awesome at the same time. I mean, we are at a really high number, and I just can't even begin to thank every single one of you. It's, you know, we hit 3,000, it's like, that's amazing, but we keep going and going and going, and that's the interesting thing. When you start putting videos on YouTube, you don't often think about how many people are actually watching until those numbers actually solidify as a subscriber count. It's like, oh my goodness. So thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. I guess I'm going to use this rest of this video to do what I normally do, is talk about some plans and things like that, and can't make promises, because each time I try to make a promise, it ends up just falling to pieces. But I'm excited for the potential of a lot of new games this year that will include Dynasty Warriors 9, will include State of Decay 2, potentially, unless they have another catastrophic delay. You can't keep delaying these games. You get everyone so excited for them, and then you delay them. I mean, I guess in the game making business, when you have a bigger company lording over you, there's always that pressure to keep things, I don't know, on time, on sync, which is ironic because it's counterintuitive to have that thing that's supposed to be on time, in sync, get delayed because of said reasons. And it's like, oh, we don't think you guys have enough resources or manpower, or we don't like the first draft of this, or whatever. So companies like Microsoft, you have Ubisoft. Oh God, I don't play any of their games, obviously, but they'll be lording over the smaller studios that are in charge of making said games, and that doesn't often work out very well. But I'm a gamer. I'm not a game developer. I know how to mod, and that's it. And that's not developing a game. That's modding games, and only certain games. So I can't speak for all these studios when it comes to what's being released. I can only speak for myself and the channel. And when I say things like, I don't want to make promises I can't keep, saying like, oh yeah, there's gonna be this content. Well, I can't deliver said content if the game isn't out. If I don't get a beta or whatever. I've only been in a few closed betas in my life. Evolve was one of them. That was really cool. I enjoyed that. Haven't played the game since because hackers ruined it. It became impossible to actually play a fair match. And another thing too is, even when it's not a person who's doing things they shouldn't be doing, in Evolve, you would have pre-mades, because if you're playing as a monster, everyone else on the other team is pre-made. There's 4 people. No doubt they're going to play with their friends. So they've got a vast communication advantage over you, because you have no one to communicate with. You're alone. Likewise, if you're another hunter, people often just leave you. Like, they'll literally just book it in another direction. It's like they're intentionally using you as bait. I didn't like that. The game was very hard to actually play for that respect, because you couldn't actually work as a team because your teammates were already working against you. But then you have people that are hacking, speed hacking, and aimbotting and shit like that, and that's just whatever. That's a whole new ball game. I guess a lot of online games are like that. Nosgoth had that problem, and Nosgoth isn't around anymore, which is really unfortunate. I had planned on doing more of that series, and it was pretty popular. People enjoyed it, but unfortunately the game has gone the way of the dodo. So I mean, when it comes to like saying what will be out this year, I mean, I am hoping against all hope that Microsoft and Undead Labs doesn't change what they've written here, that State of Decay actually comes out. State of Decay 2 comes out, because I've been looking forward to that for a long time. In fact, as long as I've been looking forward to State of Decay, the first one, I've been looking forward to State of Decay 2, because they talked about that. Undead Labs talked about Class 3 and Class 4, which were the code names for their games, and that's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Dynasty Warriors 9 is coming out in a month, hopefully, and I'm looking forward to that because it's going to be a whole new experience. And there's potential for some other games here and there, indie titles, lesser known games. I was looking into a game called Dead Matter, and Dead Matter is unfortunately that's horrible English, Garrett, has unfortunately been delayed to Q4, so that's going to be the end of the year, which sucks. They get people hyped up. I think a lot of developers do it on purpose. I think they purposefully, I mean, it sounds generic and lame to say that, but I think that's what happens. I think they say, hey, this person or these people, they're talking about this. You know, look at the YouTube channels. They're all talking about it. You know what we're gonna delay it to add more stuff, or to get more people interested. Because if they delay a game and they delay it just the right amount, more people will buy the game. That can happen. That can happen. If they wait too long, however, the game will die. And it's definitely something that many different types of these PC games and even console games, they run into this issue on occasion. But it's just my opinion. Just my thoughts on it. As for myself, I'm having a very hard time, but I'm here, and I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. I'm I'm so blessed to have everyone here that's subscribing and finding this channel for the first time. In fact, some of these sub videos actually draw in new people, which is interesting. Not exactly sure how that works, but hello. I do silly things on YouTube, and people like what I have to say sometimes. That's the thing about the internet. Ultimately, you find a lot of like-minded pieces? Ultimately, you find a lot of like-minded people. And I guess we are pieces of a greater whole. That's what a community is. But I meant to say people. I meant to say people. And, yeah. So, I don't have much else to talk about. I've been super stressed, I've been super depressed, and I've been super lonely, and it gets to me a lot, but I have to go by those words that touched me so hard in the face, they knocked me down. Those words are, just do something. And I have Markiplier to thank for that, because he was a YouTuber that really, I don't know, found his way inside your heart. That's the thing. And I'm not saying that I could do that for somebody. I'm saying that that's the power of YouTube. That you can find a channel, or find a message, find a person that you can relate to, and they can say something and it can affect you. And that is the best part of this. I wouldn't trade anything in the world for attempting to reach people, attempting to make your day just a little bit brighter. I guess one of the things I can end this with is saying that I'm personally very proud of myself with making another Source Filmmaker video. I had a lot of fun making it, and I just was playing around with different models, different characters. It wasn't even on purpose. I didn't even plan on making anything. I put different models from Left 4 Dead into a map, and remembering that they're kind of like broken and garbly, and then I realized I could have a lot of fun with that. I was like, oh, what if I attach this here and that there, and make a joke about this? And it's a completely nonsensical video, but that's my style. It makes no sense. It's just funny for the sake of funny. And it got it got demonetized, even though there's absolutely no gore, there's no swearing really. Well, okay, there's a little bit of swearing, I can't remember. It doesn't matter. It's humor. It's funny. And YouTube found it offensive for some reason. But fuck YouTube. I am so happy people enjoyed it. I'm so happy. That's what I want to do. I want to make funny, good things, and interesting things, and long plays, and short plays, and just everything to do with gaming and media and whatever. I want to be able to try as much as I can, because I don't plan on stopping. I don't. And being able to create something genuinely unique makes me feel so good. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you in another episode, another time, in another place.